Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghabarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Dhyanagamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanatham. Good morning, devotees, friends. Today, the Sunday morning, and our discourse is on the Bhagavatam. And today's subject is very unique. A group of rishis, we will come in details to that. They asked the Supreme God, the Brahman, who are you? On the basis of that, the whole discussion will be. To increase the sattva, one should accept everything sattvic. Those who are following the class regularly, you know, the last time we were discussing that everything that we see is the combination of three qualities: the good, middle, and the bad. This Sattvika, Rajasika, and Tamasika. I am translating the Rajasika as middle because it has bad, it has good mixture, and mainly is very active. So this step by step we have to go. Majority of us, we are more Rajasika, a little Sattvika, very, very little Tamasika. Tamasika people are very few, and we don't talk about them. They are in their own way. God will take care of them. But it is we, the Rajasika, we have the ego. At the same time, we have the desire to get the realization of the God. The Sattvika and Rajasika mixed up. Now we heard that the God is telling you have to increase the Sattvika, and then you have to overcome the Sattvika too. But let us be Sattvika first. And the Sattvika is the quality of the Maya. And to overcome the Maya, we have to utilize this quality of the Maya. This is very simple way, but difficult to do. Why? Because we are in the spell of the Maya. As all of us, we are thinking, oh, this is correct, this is incorrect, this is all right, this is not right, each and every one. Why we think in that way? And not only that, at the same time we point our finger to others and say, they are not doing correctly, they are bad people, they will never go to heaven. All we take decision. If we take the decision who will go to heaven and who will go to hell, then you are the God. Why you are worshipping God? Rather ask people to worship you. We don't understand this. Why? Again, the coverage of the Maya. So this is a very peculiar situation and very, very critical situation. And that's why they say in the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna is telling, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschit Yatati Siddhai. And millions, only a few handful, may they strive for the realization of God. Of that small group, only a small percentage will get the liberation. So it is very difficult. In the Vedanta also they say, Shurashadhara Nishita Durattaya Durgam Patastat Kavayo Vadanti. The rishis, the seers, those who have tried this path, they said, the Kavi, they said, it is like walking on the razor's edge. So difficult. And how long I have to walk? Nishita Durattaya. Nobody knows how long we have to walk. So this is the patience we have to have. But the good thing is, there is an opportunity and there is an end of it. And some people have got the success. So why not me? I will also get the success. So with that, and how to get the success? Success to go beyond Maya. What is Maya? Combination of three gunas and two powers. What is the first power? Covering. Second power, and covering the truth, superimposing the untruth on that, and presenting that that is the right thing. This is the power of Maya. I am thinking this body is eternal. But at the back of my mind, I know that it is not. But majority of the time, most of my time, I like to forget that I am going to die. This is Maya. No one wants to die, though it is obvious. Each and every one, anything that is created is going to be destroyed. Obvious. But still we cry, still we try, still we do so many things. So this is because of the Maya. We should try to survive, no doubt. We should be healthy, happy, no doubt. But that, based on the body and the mind, we must know that is not permanent. We will come to that. God over here also is teaching that. Now our main question. We are in the sway of the Maya. Maya is having two power and three qualities. What are the three qualities? Sattva, Raja and Tama. These three qualities, Tama, the lowest one, all the time jealous and very ferocious type person, very, very selfish. Selfishness is there in every one of us. But that selfishness, comparing with that, is unthinkable. They cannot think of anything else but themselves. That is, we forget that. Now Raja, we have the ego, we have the energy to do something, but against that we want the appreciation, we want the certification, we want the clappings. Okay. And then finally, Sattva. So we are in Raja, 80% Raja, 20% Sattva. We have to increase the Sattva to 90%, 100%. Then only we can overcome. How to? Then it says like this. The Sattva quality generates love, devotion to God, truthfulness, compassion for others, etc. The how I will know that I am becoming sattvic? This. First is love. Love we are having. But that is selfish love. I love only my kith and kin, my family, my nation, my linguistic group, my religion. No. You have to go beyond all those barriers. That is the love. The first is that. Again and again we should try. And that is the reason nowadays in most of the places they are trying to do the inter-religious discussion, dialogue. To develop to understanding, so the love will generate, the hatred will go. And we are also understanding because of the advancement of the technology, we can see what is happening in Africa, in Asia, in other parts of the world, and we feel pity for them. Oh my God, the small little baby suffering, we have to help them. Where from it come? Knowledge. They are also just like us. So the love is developing. And that way, devotion to God. What is the devotion to God? Understanding that there is something, and that is powerful, whether I call it as God or Jehovah or Buddha or Bhagavan, whatever, Allah, is no problem. You can call in any name, but there is something which is very powerful, and that is beyond all these things, that conception. I have not realized. I am only believing. Why? Because the best people of this world, the best minds of this world, they have accepted that. So believing on them. So Shraddha on the words of the scripture and also the words of the Guru. So they said that I should believe, I will believe. That is called the faith in God and the love, slowly, slowly praying to God, going to yesterday one young lady came, and then I told, do you go to the shrine? She told, no. I told, from tomorrow, will you please go, the moment you get up in the morning, go to the shrine, whether you believe it or not, whether God is there or not, just as I am telling, go and pray to God. God, have mercy on me, please bless me. Just that much. The beginning. And I am sure she will understand slowly the presence of God. And then we will understand, at least intellectually, the presence of God. And then finally, by the blessings of God, we will realize the truth. And then we can turn towards the world and say, Srinnantu Vishye Amritasya Putraha Ae Dhamani Divyani Tastu Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parastat. Beyond the darkness, I have realized a being, a self, which is the glorious and illuminated by his own. This way the realization comes. So what is Sattvika Guna? Love. Love without selfishness. Then the faith in the existence of God and love for God, devotion. And then truthfulness. This truthfulness, those who have born in a free country, you will notice that they are very truthful because they are not afraid. That young lady yesterday, she didn't try to hide, and she was not ashamed also. She told, I don't have the belief in God, nothing wrong in it. So this truthfulness and never any hypocrisy. I think in the mind something, I say something, hypocrisy. For the hypocrite, no chance to realize God. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, I can stand everything but hypocrisy. What I am not, I like to present that. That is the hypocrisy. So this truthfulness. Then compassion for all beings. Compassion for all beings. The love for all beings, understanding their problems. This is called Sattvika Guna. In small, there's a big list of the Sattvika Guna in the Bhagavad Gita. Now how to achieve it? The dharma, that is the righteousness. From this comes the merit, come from righteousness. When we are practicing truthfulness, compassion, love, the very good thing that we are doing. So these are the merits, and from it comes the righteousness, that is the dharma. And from the dharma, the conception of me and mine, that goes away. So what is adharma? Ego. What is sin? Any action through ego. So we talk about sin, tons and tons we are going on telling sin. What is sin? Anything that we do from the egoistic, from the ego, that's all. Egoistic action. So obviously we have to understand, oh, this is from the ego. I am not doing it from the love. So this is Rajasic. The Rajasic karma, that is all right, but it is not going to help me to realize God. I will do the same action, but with a dedication. The God, you have given me the opportunity to serve. I am serving. Very small little thing that I am doing. Please accept my service as your worship. So the same thing you are turning because of the conception. So me and mine goes away. That means ahamkara, the ego, goes away. And then from the gross and the subtle, physically now the gross thing, from there ahamkara will go away, and at the same time from the mind, which is subtle and which is very powerful, which is the storehouse of all our karma, it is also getting clear, clear and clear. And finally, the knowledge will dawn. This is the way. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna very nicely, he explained. There was a very, very poor farmer, and the rich king, he wanted to visit him. Farmer was what to do? The small heart, so dirty. There is not a single chair to offer to the king to sit. What I will do, what I will do. Then slowly people noticed the king's people are coming, officials are coming. They are making the room big and they nicely make everything. Then the chair for the king, proper chair, the throne we can say came. Then the carpet was there. Then finally the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling, when the hubble bubble that the king used to smoke, that reached, everyone understood there is not much time for the king to come. That everything is ready. What are all these? Cleaning of the mind. How I am cleaning? Through love, through faith in God, through truthfulness, through compassion. When all those things more and more is coming within me, that means that it is time the God will reveal within my heart. I should be very careful. I should not waste my time. What I should do, that is also guidance they are giving. It is the advice that one who wants to realize God should read only holy scriptures. That scripture that will help him. Read only holy scripture. A person who is of devotional temperament, if he goes on reading the Ashtavakra Samhita and all those type of books, then he won't be able to accept those teachings and won't be able to practice those teachings. No, you should understand what is your temperament, and then you should read those books and read the biographies of the holy people. You get the inspiration, how they were very ordinary, and from there, how slowly they became the great personalities that inspire. The Belud Math, they have a big list for the young people who are joining. The novices, there's a big list. These are the things that you should read. Why? The organized way, they slowly making up. Maybe the 100 young boys have come. So they are practicing. Early morning you should get up, go and sit in the shrine, meditate, do the cleaning work, do this work, do that work. And when you are doing it, you are making the mistake, and the senior people will make you understand that, and the ego is going away. So the preparation for the ultimate goal, that is God realization, is not in one day. It cannot happen like that. And when you look at the Raman Maharshi, the personalities like that, they have completed all their sadhana in the previous birth. That's why in the beginning itself they are so pure. And if we just behave like that, it will be a great mistake. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, follow what I say and don't follow what I am doing. Who was Vivekananda? Seeing that young man, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna stood up and welcomed him. He is an ordinary person. He is one of the Sapta Rishi. He was the Shiva himself. How can you compare? And he is chewing the pan and he is doing this, that. If we follow that, that will be a mistake. He is not an ordinary soul. But what he is telling, instructing, that we should follow. Similarly, we should read the Holy Scripture. Drink, it says like this, only water, pure water, never wine. Why? Because when we drink the wine, we lose control over our mind. That is the reason. Those who are drinking, it's very difficult for them to concentrate their mind. it's very difficult for them to practice the spirituality. The drinking and meditation cannot go together. But some people, they enjoy both. They are thinking they are meditating, actually going in slumber because of the effect of the wine. So it says that drink only pure water and not wine. Have the company of holy and good people, not bad people. The company of holy and good people. How can you know that is a holy person? Unselfish person. He is dedicated to some good ideals and he is trying to practice that. He is a good people. They are good people. So you can go, you can talk to them. And the teacher who recorded the conversation of Sri Ramakrishna, Master Mahashaya, after the passing away of the Sri Ramakrishna, when slowly all the Guru Bhais means the brother disciple of all the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, they were practicing tremendous austerity, and slowly Swami Vivekananda, with the help of 2 American ladies, purchased the plot of land, the Belur Math, and slowly the monks are staying over there practicing spirituality. Master Mahashaya at that time used to stay in Calcutta, and luckily the descendants, they have given that house to Ramakrishna Mission. It is now a Ramakrishna Mission ashram. Very small, but that is a historical. The small room, he sat, meditated and wrote, all those things. So this Master Mahashaya used to tell the young people who used to visit him that go to Belur Math and have the holy company of the monks, but not in the daytime. Why? Daytime they are all working. In those days they used to work in the garden and then taking care of the cows and doing this, doing that, cooking, everything they used to do themselves. They don't go. Even today if you go, it has become very modern. All the Swamis, they are sitting in the offices because of the all worldwide. And we don't have the paid people. Majority, they are monks and brahmacharis, they are taking care, all the work. So if you go at that time, how they can discuss with you with this about the spirituality? And you find that they are cutting jokes with each other, just like all office is going on. So you find, oh, this is the monks. You will lose the faith. That's why Master Mahashaya used to advise, you should go in the evening time, in the early morning time. And if you go in the early morning, you will find that all are sitting and they are chanting the bhajan, meditating, not talking to each other, and they are going, walking all these holy temples all around in the Belur Math campus. Follow them. You will learn. You will get the blessings. So that is the moment. The company of the holy men means you have to have. And when you come, suppose here, anyone can come, talk to us. But if you discuss about the present day, the world, what is going on, naturally, we will also feel that you want to discuss about that. But if you are asking some genuine spiritual questions, we will be happy to answer according to our understanding and knowledge. So that is called holy company. Have the company of the holy and good people, not bad. Live in quiet and clean places, not in a marketplace or the place where they play the gambling. Never. Why? The marketplace means completely different environment. The people are trying to get extra money from the customers, and customers are also thinking how to get the best the thing from. That is the place is not good for meditation. It should be a quiet and clean place. The cleanliness, this is also very, very important. Meditate in the morning and evening. When the sun rise and the sun set, that is the best time. And another time it is mentioning, that is the noon time. One should meditate at the time noon time. Perform those actions which do not harm anyone. The actions, the activities, perform those actions which do not harm anyone. Take spiritual initiation from Holy Guru. Without the initiation, it is very difficult to make the progress. But the majority of the time, people, they think, today I should practice meditation, and the next day he doesn't. One day he will take the name of God, whatever name they think, and they will go on. After some day they will not get the interest. They will change that mantra. The fleeting, your energy is fleeting. You cannot concentrate. But when you accept a guru and a good person, and who will give you the proper direction and the name of the God, it is channelized. Whole energy is coming to that. So that is called, take the initiation, spiritual initiation from the Guru. And practice japa, taking the name of God regularly. This taking the name of God, this has a tremendous power. Though apparently we don't believe, we don't feel, going on repeating the name of God, but you don't believe how strong it is. So that's why, as a tradition of the 10,000 years, the one thing all the time they say, japa, japa, japa. Take the name of God constantly within your heart. The taking the name of God is very powerful. And if you have noticed that, almost all the religions, they are differing in many other things, but all have introduced among their faithfuls, the followers, the mantra japa. The Muslims will also, they will find the Sufi people, they are counting the name of God. The Christians are also taking the name of God. Buddhists are also taking the same thing. Not God, but Mani Padme Hum. And Hindus, so many gods and goddesses, different names. But mantra, that is, do those activities that purify your mind. Do those activities that purify your mind. What is that? Visiting holy places, pilgrimage. And doing charity. When you find some people, if you give them some food or clothing, or helping them with the money, so that is called charity. Now in India, the Bengal, the people are suffering because of the tremendous cyclone came. And we won't believe that a morsel of food is not there. No home, nothing is there. How they are surviving? And even today, up to knee-deep or waist-deep water, with the bamboos they have made some high places, living on that, the open sky, if it is raining, with that they are surviving. A little money if we send to them, that will be great. So $100 is nothing. If we give the $100 for them, am I really losing anything? But 100 people or 10,000 people, if they are giving $100, the whole village can be reconstructed. This is nothing. But we don't think about that. When we suffer, we always expect that everybody should come to help me. When somebody is suffering, we don't feel. That is why charity, zakat, the dhanam, again in all religion, why they have introduced this? Because you become unselfish, you become compassionate, and by that way you are developing sattva-guna. Just that, feeling for others. Then people will be asking question, is this money going to be properly utilized? How much money you are giving? $50, $100 properly utilized? Who are you to ask that question? So this is the foolishness. The one should be open-minded. And of course you see that money is going the proper, but sometimes I feel, because I was there, I saw the suffering of the people before me and the helplessness. So naturally when little donation that you give and take the 100 questions, these are the things, who is going to spend, where it is going, how much, that is not way, that is not dhanam. Have the faith and with great humbleness you donate. Charity, going visiting the holy places and taking the snaps and taking the selfie, that is not pilgrimage. Pilgrimage means read about that place. What happened over there? All the incidents that happened over that particular place. And then go and remember. If you go to Belur Math, the moment you enter, you will feel, oh, this is the land where Swami Vivekananda walked, Brahmananda ji walked, Mother came from this side. Hundreds of people for last 100 years, they are meditating. So naturally the environment is so pure. I should imbibe it. I should try to meditate over here. And there the holy Ganga is flowing. So I should look at the Ganga and if possible go and touch the Ganga, make myself holy. So at least half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours in that holy place, imbibe the holiness. That is called pilgrimage. The charity, surveys, directly doing something, and also chanting and bhajan. By this way, we can move or we can eradicate the tamasika and rajasika qualities and can increase our sattvika. But friends, that is only the place from where we should prepare ourselves to plunge into the spirituality. The Sattva Guna cannot take us to that goal. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna told the story, many of you have read and you know, that one man was caught by 3 dacoits in a jungle. And after looting, the one dacoit said, oh, now it is over, kill him. This is a tamasika man. The second dacoit said, why to kill unnecessarily ordinary person? We will bind him in this over here and go. And it is his luck if he can survive, because all the animals are there, the tigers are there. If he can survive, let him survive, or if he die, let him die. So they left. Then after some time, the third dacoit came back and he opened all the rope and made him free and told, brother, that is your village. Go through this way. He took him on the edge of the jungle and showed him, cross this field, that is your village. Go over there. This man then told, oh, you are such a nice person, why don't you come along with me and stay with me? Then he said, I am also a dacoit, so I cannot go. The police will arrest me. You better go. By telling this story, Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning the tamasika guna, they are very ruthless. Rajasika, that is in between. But the svattika can take you to the border, but not inside the house. To go inside the house, you have to leave the sattika quality also. So that now we will enter into having these. Hearing these words, the Uddhava asks Sri Krishna. Now Bhagavata, the 11th, 13th and 9. Now you know the Skandha, Adhyaya and the Sloka. The 11, 13 and 9, and the English book that the people are following, that is 8th chapter, 8th verse, and Bhagavata also 8. After hearing these words, Uddhava asks Sri Krishna, why people, knowing all this, do not practice to develop sattva qualities? Why they behave like animals? In reply, the Sri Krishna, the Lord, said, it is because of ego. The ego generates raja quality. Raja generates desire. Desires drag people to bind with worldliness. Result, suffering. But everything is not green. Then the Lord said, there are chances. What is that? Then Bhagavatam 11, 13, 12 verse, it says, Raja tamobhyam yad api vidwan vikshipta dhi punaha atandrita mana yunjan dosha drishti na sajjate. Dosha drishti na sajjate. All do not sway away by the tamas or raja. No. Some people are there. They have the discriminative capacity. With that faculty, discriminative faculty, what they do? They are alert about the evils. They concentrate their minds and do not get disturbed with the worldly attractions. Raja tamabhyam yad opi, though there are raja and tama, vidwan vikshipta dhi punaha. There are vidwan, intelligent people. They understand what is happening. What are the differences? This man is tamasika. Maybe he is my brother. Maybe he is my very close. I should avoid. Otherwise, those qualities will enter into me. If I am having the company of a bad guy, then if I am going somewhere, if he has done something wrong, when the police will arrest it, they will arrest the good one also. So one should be careful. So this is the way one should understand. Then what will do? Atandrita mano yunjat. Here the Lord is asking us to practice meditation. Meditation is the only way how we can reach to God. What is the meditation? Withdrawing the mind from the sense objects. And where the mind will go? To God. I am taking the mind out of the God's creation. What are the sense objects? God's creation. I am taking my mind out, and then that mind which is also created by God, but the God is reflecting on that, on my intellect. So I take that ray and go back to the original. Try to reach to the original. That is meditation. So when you try to atandrita mano yunjat, dosha drishti na sajjate. Dosha drishti, when I see all around this and I have to discriminate, oh, all things are so horrible. So why again and again I have to practice this? The one gentleman came, I am sorry to say, and he was preparing for the third or fourth marriage. I told, why? Because first was not adjusted, second was also like that. Then I asked him, do you think, why do you marry? Because that is the way I will get the joy, I will be happy. So do you think the third or fourth can help you to be happy? When the first you could not, second you could not, you are going on trying like this. There is also another way that you can survive all alone. Why don't you take away the mind? That is not the only thing that we have to do. But he couldn't understand. So this is the way people think. Why so much of attachment to the worldly objects? And they cannot think of anything else except those worldly objects. To become religious, to become spiritual, the first and foremost thing is this discrimination. And this discrimination will take your mind away. Then where you will go? In the jungle? And in the desert? All alone? Not living? No, not like that at all. Living in this very world. Living with everyone. But knowing that all that is happening all around are temporary. That much. That is the yoga. So all are not swayed away, this God said. They concentrate their minds and do not get disturbed, distracted by the worldly attractions. Worldly attractions. What are the worldly attractions? The 5 things only. Hindus are very intelligent. They have all so many millions of things are there. They have analyzed and they shortlisted only 5 things. the beauty in the form, that is chakshu, that goes, and the sound. Sometimes people are praising and you are very happy, you enjoy those words, and smell, whatever the smell you like, when you get that fragrance, you are very happy. So chakshu, karna, nashika, jiva, the taste, and tak, the touch. So by that way, only these five. So when you withdraw the mind from that, where the mind goes? It goes back to the consciousness. So that is way, in 13th and 14th verses, Lord mentioned the yoga. At the right time, morning, noon and evening, those who can sit in the proper posture and control the breathing, asana and pranayama, and concentrate the mind on me, the God, they slowly overcome rajas and tamas. So from the Bhagavata we learn why should we meditate. Why should we meditate? So that we can be free from the circle of the birth and death, which is the work of Maya. So this is the way we should do. Early morning, at the time of evening, and in between when it is noon time. After the lunch, take little rest, and then when you get up, those who are having the time, those who are in the offices, how they will do it. Those who are having the time, they can do it. Particularly retired people, is the best time. You are not very sick, you are not very weak, and you are free. Practice this 3-time meditation. And every time you can sit for 1 hour, know it for sure you will be fresh all the time. Your mind will be so happy. So that is the teaching of the God. Now this technique I taught to Sanaka, etc. This technique the Lord said to Uddhava, I taught to Sanaka. And the 4 brothers, Sanaka, Sananda, Sanatana, Sanat Kumar, they were the mind-born children of the Brahma. The Lord, the Supreme Lord, the Vishnu, He created Brahma. That's why Brahma is known as, not Brahman, Brahma. That's why the Brahma is known as the firstborn. He was the firstborn. And then he gave the knowledge to Brahma and asked Brahma to create. And he created these 4. And they were highly spiritual. This Sanak, Sananda, Ittadi. The Lord said, I taught them this yoga. Withdraw your mind from the sense objects and go back to God. Now Uddhava, like the Arjuna, had the doubt. How Krishna can taught it? Because that was very, very, and the old thing. And Krishna is with me. I am talking with Krishna. I am standing before Krishna. How can he claim that he taught the yoga to Sanaka, Sananda? To clear the doubt, Uddhava asked. But he asked very cleverly. Hey, I don't believe this. They will never say like that. He said, Sir, oh my Lord, I wish to know the time and in the form you taught them. Look at it. So it's not, oh, I don't believe you. He never said like that. He said, will you please tell me the time, when, and in what form, not surely in Krishna form, in what form then you taught? Then Uddhava Uvacha, there is the 13th chapter, 15th verse. Yada tvam sanaka dibhyo ena rupena keshava yogam adishtavan etad rupam ichchasi veditum. Will you please tell me, when you taught the Sanaka, etc., this yoga, rupena keshava, ena rupena keshava, in what form? And etad rupam ichchasi, I like to know that. Lord then narrated the story behind the yoga teaching. Supreme Being wishing to create, he created the Brahma. Brahma created Sanat Kumar, etc. And they wanted to know one question that was in their mind. So they all the four they went to their father Brahma and told, Father, can you please tell us, our mind is attached to the sense objects, and those sense objects are also present within the mind. Now you are asking in the yoga to go beyond this through this mind. How it is possible? The mind is always attached to those objects, and objects are also inside the mind. Otherwise you won't be attracted. When I see a flower, I get attracted to the flower. The flower is already within my mind. I know this. So this is so interrelated. How we can take it out? The objects, how can I take it out from the mind and give it to God? How it is possible? So they were asking this. Putraha hiranyagarbhasya manasa sanakadaya and prapachu pitaram sukshmat yogasya vaikantikim gatim. The very subtle question of the yoga they asked. Whom? To their father. Who is the father? Now another word has been used. This is the speciality of the Indian scripture. Hiranyagarbha. Now we are confused. Who is again Hiranyagarbha? We were having the Brahma's mind-born son, and they were all he thought, and they were all connected. Who is this Hiranyagarbha? The same person. Hiranyagarbha and Brahma are the same. So they wanted to know. The will-born children of the Hiranyagarbha, they requested. What was the subtle point of the yoga? Now in the 17th verse it says, the mind is attached to the sense objects. Again, sense objects influence the mind. And what type of action can seize it? At that moment Brahma was busy in creation. And Brahma, you can see the four heads. The Hindus always make an image so that you can understand. The Brahma is having the knowledge of the Veda. The God gave him. And Veda, four Vedas. So there are four heads. And he was thinking how to make the creation perfect. And the karma phala. And it is really, really difficult. So what to do? When they asked this question, he could not actually concentrate on that particular question, and he understood, I won't be able to answer this because my mind is busy with the work. Then he remembered his creator, Brahma's creator, that is the supreme Brahman, and he prayed to him, will you please come and give the answer to this question to my children? Then the Lord is mentioning, Samam achintayam devaha prasna para titirjaya tasyaham hamsa rupena sakasham agamam. Hamsa rupena, like in a form of a swan. Uddhava asked, in what form and at what time you taught them? That this Supreme Lord, it is not in the form of a Krishna, but Krishna, that Supreme Lord, Supreme Being. So this time he came in the form of a Hamsa. So why? Because the Paramahamsa is a highly spiritual people. Hamsa means the Paramahamsa. Sri Ramakrishna is also titled as a Paramahamsa. All people cannot become. Paramahamsa means the highly spiritual people. They live in the world, but not of the world. Majority of the Hindu sannyasis, they try to go inside the jungle or in the caves to be all lonely. But the Paramahamsa, they live with all people. We belong to Paramahamsa clan, that is the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. That's why we work in the cities and mix with the people. So this Paramahamsa Rupena he came. And then seeing the swan before them, Brahma even could not recognize. So Brahma and his 4 sons, they went forward, but they understood this is someone who has come in this form. So they first welcomed him, offered him the water and other seat, then asked, Ka Bhavaniti? This is the question. They asked the Supreme God, who are you? And the God taught them in a very nice way. So we will touch that in our next class. Again we will discuss Ka Bhavan iti, who are you, sir? They asked the Supreme God, who are you? The Brahma and his sons, Sanaka, Sananda, they are not ordinary people. They are rishis. And they were led by Brahma. So obviously the God was amused that these people also could not recognize me. What about the ordinary people? So God will give the answer. Yamai beshe brinute tena labhya. Why they could not realize? Unless and until the Supreme Being discloses, it is not possible for anyone to understand. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also said, you cannot see God. Only God, if He reveals, then only you can see Him. So you can only go on praying. Again, he is giving the example. That is the uniqueness of Sri Ramakrishna. He told that in the station, in the olden days, the station master used to show the light. So the driver of the train will understand and he will go. If it is red, he will stop. If it is green, then he will move the train. And the light was focused on the front side. Back was dark. The people in the front could not see the face of that station master. If they want to see the face of the station master, then they have to go and pray to him, request him, sir, will you please turn the light towards you? We like to see. That is Sri Ramakrishna said, if God is gracious, then He will reveal. Not that just because you stand before Him, you will be able to see Him. No. And the Upanishad, Kathopanishad also says, Yame Vaishe Brinute Trena Labhya. Very famous verse. When he is thinking that he will reveal, he will reveal. Otherwise not. So it seems God was amused and then he started telling this. We will only read this much. Brahma, though appeared in the form of the swan, and cannot be described, as a realization of the Brahman is possible only by removing false knowledge, vichara. So you like to know the God. So you have to discriminate. You have to remove the false knowledge, ignorance. Then only you will realize. So the God started. It is in the 22nd verse, he said, O sages, Ka Bhavan, who are you? This question is not valid. So how he is arguing? You are asking me, who am I? This question itself is not valid. He was talking to the great sages. They are supposed to know. Brahma, the firstborn, they were supposed to know. But they made the mistake to ask God, who are you? How God can? So he says, among the many, you can ask one, who is this? It is possible. But when there is only one, and you are asking, who are you? How it is? That means you do not know that except me, there is nothing. Then you claim yourself as a rishis? You claim yourself as a realized people? You do not know, except me, the Brahman, there is no second one. So asking me Ka Bhavan or Ko Bhavan is a completely wrong question. I am not having any second one. So naturally, being the inner self of all, I am one. Hence, you cannot ask, Ka Bhavan. Second, O sages, if your question refer to the body, sorry. If your question refer to the Atman, I am the only Atman and all pervading. So you cannot ask the question. I am not many. Among the many you can ask, who is this? When he is only one, then how can you ask? Second, if you are referring to the body, then also it is not valid question. Why? The body is composed of 5 elements that you know. What? Shiti, the earth. Apa, the water. Teja, the fire. Maruta, air. And the Vyoma, space. So obviously there are 5 elements. And all the 5 elements are very much present in the body. And if you are asking the body what is this, then you should use the word Keyuyam, plural. It should not be singular. So your question, Kah Bhavan, it is singular. Who are you? But you have to ask, in you of course, plural and singular both goes. But in Sanskrit, it should be Yuyam. Who are all these people? Who are all these materials? Who are you? That is in plural sense you can ask. Ke Yuyam. Who are you all? It should be plural, not singular. So obviously your question is not valid. Moreover, being rishis, you are aware, being a supreme being, the Parameshwara, he is beyond Sajatiya, Bijatiya, Sagata Veda. See, in Bhagavata, the highest Vedantic teaching, Sagata, the Bijatiya, Sajatiya, Bijatiya, and Swagata Veda Rahita. What is this Brahman? This is beyond all these. Then we have already discussed many times, many of you know, what is this Swajatiya? The same thing, like the cows, all red cows, or maybe white cows. Of all the white cows, there is a black cow. So is that one which is black among the white? Are you mentioning like this? We say one. The one means that one which is black and not connected with the white cows? No. Sajatiya Veda Rahita. Bijatiya. There are different things. Cows are there and there is a horse. So obviously you can say there is only one horse and it is the horse and not the cows. So by that you can say there is one. Is it like that? Brahman is like that? No. That is also not. So Sajatiya, Bijatiya, Veda Rahita. Then remains Swagata. O Brahman, that is good. And the Brahman means it is having the head and the hands and the leg. No. Swagata Veda Rahita. Those who know that Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu in the stotra, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, the gods. Gurureva Param Brahma, Tashmai Sri Gurave Namah. But he is the Param Brahma, manifestation in the form of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Brahma, Vishnu and Lord Shiva. But in reality, he is the Param Brahma. Akhanda Mandala Akaram, Vyaptam Yena Characharam. He has no khanda. He has no parts. So when the Hindus say God is one, this is the concept. So God says, whether you see, whatever you see happening around you, know for sure all those are manifestation of my power. Therefore, you should not ask Ko Bhavan. Now I am sure Sanaka, Sananda, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar and the Brahma, they will be cutting their the tongue and holding their ears and say, Sir, forgive us, we are not going to ask anything. So just asking Ko Bhavan, who are you? They are in great difficulty, but the God slowly taking their mind towards that ultimate truth, which is Brahman. And friends, in the next, this thing we will continue, the next class, how he is introducing the self, the Atman, the Brahman, to these great sages. So you will understand that. And the question he will be answering, the question was, the mind is attached with the objects. Objects are also influencing the mind. So they are interrelated. How to go beyond it? Very simple way he will teach us. So in the next Sunday again we will learn from this. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rutramaruta Stunnanti Dibbhaistavai Vedai Sangapada Kramopanishadai Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Nabidu Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. May you all be happy and be very safe. Now people, they have started thinking as if the problem is over, the coronavirus problem is over. No, not at all. It is there. Only for the sake of the economy, the administration, they are allowing people to go out. But the people, we must be very, very careful. And all the experts, when they are asking, they try to keep the distance as possible, and of course use the mask and the gloves. And those who are going out, please follow that. Nothing wrong in doing that. Any question?
There is a question from New Delhi. Swamiji, what is consciousness? Kindly simplify. Suprajit, a doctor who had come from Delhi, he is watching.
Okay. The doctor, you are asking, what is consciousness? And you wanted to understand. So what you say, I, that is consciousness. So what is that I? Is this body? Being a doctor, you know it cannot be. Is this the mind? No, it is also changing. The consciousness, that is it's a big subject, and there were so many conventions discussing on this consciousness. Still the discussion is going on. And the simple way we can understand that this is the electricity, this is the energy that is running our body and mind. And this consciousness, which is within me and within all beings everywhere, are the reflection of the original consciousness. It's not original consciousness, only reflection. Sometimes in the moonlit night we see everything clearly, and the light of the moon. But is this the light of the moon? No. It is the reflected light of the sun. We all know that. Similarly, when we say I feel that my consciousness, but that I, that consciousness with which I am talking, I am thinking, I am moving, and I think I am living, all those things is happening because of the supreme consciousness reflected on my intellect. That is the thing. So up to this, but try to develop the sattva guna. The sattva quality, when it will increase, then you will understand it very well. Thank you. আর কোনো কোশ্চেন আছে? লোকেরা এমনি দেখছিল কিন্তু কেউ প্রশ্ন করে না, দেখছি আবার একটা প্রশ্ন করে ব্রহ্মা বিপদে পড়ে গেছে।